Hello everyone, welcome back. In the last video, we learned how we can enter edit mode and mess with the actual geometry of our object. By the way, a shortcut for entering and exiting edit mode is the keyboard tab. You can do it really fast with this. And I just want to cover one point real quick, then we can get into this video. If you go into edit mode, hello, yes. Now say I want to move this and this and but I can't select two things at one time. Unless you select one of the things, then hold shift, and while holding shift, click on another object and then holding shift and select another, holding shift another. This is how you can select multiple objects in Blender by just holding shift. Anyways, now let's see how we can actually create more geometry in scenes. Let's say I want to make a really cool building. Uh, Something like this. Let's do that because obviously sharp buildings look better than not sharp buildings, and we can add a little beam on top. Yeah. So this would be really hard to do in like speaking generally. I'll just get rid of the beam. And I mean, yeah. If we want to create something with doing like this, never mind. You get the point. So how we would do that in Blender is we use two features. And these are the things you're going to use so much in modeling that you're pretty much with these two features alone, you can model half the things around you. So the features are inset or I keyboard shortcut and extrude or E keyboard shortcut. Let's look at each one in some detail. When you inset an object, it creates a smaller face inside of the face that we already had. And in vertex mode, you can see we have these new vertices. And new edges, which means new geometry we can play with. So now let's go about making a house. Then we'll look at the skyscraper. We would use the second tool also, which is extrude, which basically creates another layer, you can say, on top of the old building. By building, I meant cube or whatever object you have here. So if we wanted to make a house, we could go E to extrude this just a bit. When you click, you finish extruding and you can't change the amount you extruded it again. And then scale it on the x-axis or y-axis, make it really small, and now we have a sort of house. Maybe we can move that up. Yeah, much better. Now we have a house like that. Now let's go back to our default cube. Now let's say we want the house to have just a flat roof, but then another small building on top. Well, we can extrude it and then inset it and then extrude it again, and you see we have a little like small building poking out of the roof. You can also, using the Shift Z technique, move this object to anywhere you want on this face. So if we want the tiny building to be here, we can do it. Now let's go about modeling that skyscraper. How I would do it, I would probably start by moving this up so that it matches the floor. Then I would inset it just a bit, extrude it 1 meter, extrude it another like very small distance, 0.05 meters, scale it up a bit, then extrude it again, then extrude it again, then scale it, and then extrude it, and then extrude it, no, not extrude it, then inset it, and then extrude it, and then inset it, and then extrude it. You get the point. Insetting and extruding lets you do a lot more than just moving around vertices. And now for the really skinny tall spire on top. And we have a skyscraper. That wasn't too long. And now we have a really nice skyscraper which we can use to make a city if we make enough of them. So that's how you can inset and extrude objects or faces in Blender. See you in the next one.